think it's recording. Good morning. I noticed that when I go from like photo mode to video mode, it like zooms in. And what's interesting and what I like about the camera is my apartment is messy and like it looks so aesthetic-y in the background. I guess like over here where the table is, there's clothes that I took pictures of for Depop, and then like clothes over here is all clean laundry. Yeah, every time I've been doing laundry and after I air dry it, I just like toss it on the couch because like in the closet, like I've been like decluttering and seeing things that like, what do I wear, what do I don't wear, what do I want to sell and donate and whatnot. And but like I was like, you know, whenever I try to make a video with my phone or whatever, I'm like, okay, you can't have the mess showing, you know. But it's nice when the mess is so aesthetic-y and it adds like little pop of color. I just wanted to pick up the camera and like use it. I actually mounted it on the tripod I had, and before I had, I don't even know where's the light. Before I had this light, they're just, I don't know why I got it, but it might come in handy one of these days just for like light. I've used it once in a blue moon, but now the tripod's actually like coming in handy. It is 9:39. I had to hit up the Wi-Fi people for some support, so that was the morning. Then I hit up Con Edison to make sure I didn't enroll in their like budget plan thing. I don't like that. I just want to know what my actual bill is so I could see my patterns and like actual prices for things rather than a flat cost. You know, if it was up to me, I'd be like, here's a down payment on the entire year of for my Wi-Fi based on last year's projections versus like, oh, here's the average, because then you're taking more than I need. You know, I'd rather have you take like a huge lump sum, and like, you know, would take more if you need it, you know, at the end of the year, you know, but whatever. So I did that. I mean, it would be nice to have an excuse to go outside today. Otherwise, I think I might just stay home and cook. You know, I don't mind staying home. The issue is when I don't get my steps in. Not that I have a goal anymore. You know, ideally it would be nice to get 10,000, but seeing the contrast of when I stay home and it's in the hundreds range versus the thousands range, it's like day and night. You know, and I'm not in love with this weather. It's very cloudy, a little cold, but I don't know if I wanna go out. I have gym hair. When I go to the gym, or at least when I work out, like things get hot and my hair gets humid. I know things get humid and my hair gets poofy. Now it's not poofy, but it's very oily. So if I do go out, that like I would like to know before so I could like do my hair and look more put together. But otherwise I would plan on doing it at night because tomorrow I'll go in person for work. So I don't know. Either way, I have a pasta to make. And for the pasta, I went to Trader Joe's. They didn't have any more red bell peppers for my pasta. So I roast red bell peppers. So I'm like, the next best color, I guess, is orange. And they're the same price. I'm like, okay, I guess they might be similar. Like, I think red means it's sweeter. Like when you go towards the reds, it's more sweeter. And if you go towards the green, it's more bitter to my understanding. So I'm like, okay, we'll do orange. Maybe my pasta's a little orangey, which if I had to do the little science and math, I think it'd be like a pale yellow, I guess, because when I do the red bell pepper, I already know what that color looks like. So it might be a pale yellow, as long as it tastes good. Then I add the zucchini and stuff. I think I have everything for my pasta. However, I ran out of Sazon, and I ran out of it, and that's how I season my ground turkey, and I think it's amazing, especially for ground turkey. I'm like, will I make a Costco run? And with the MTA prices just going up, I mean, I could walk to Costco and walk back from Costco if I want like a little adventure thing, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm doing during my lunch break, so maybe I'm just like cooking with what I have. I do have to make, this Costco run, whatever Costco run I do, it has to be a big one. Like I know I need mayo, I know I need this seasoning, there might be a few other things, but like this is where like I have to restock on a lot of groceries, and that's not one Costco run. No, that's multiple because I can't carry everything. Maybe if I get some friends to help me, but that's just a long day, very long day. And then, you know, work, cooking, maybe date, maybe not. And just like relaxing, and maybe put, and definitely play around with the camera more. I'm so happy. It's just, and like when I look at the camera, it's like my acne doesn't like almost exist. I was like, oh, either that or maybe I'm just very like harsh on myself. Like when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh, you have acne, you have scars, you have this. Oh, and my last thing, I hope so me and Bo are doing a challenge, and the goal is to post once, oops, the computer got dark. um Post once a week, anything. It could be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 47 minutes, once a week. Or even like it could be new footage, it could be old footage like that needs to be edited or uploaded, but the goal is just to like create and upload, create and upload, create and upload. And we just, you know, now that I have a camera and, you know, he has a background in like going to film school and stuff, like, you know, it's a nice way to hold each other like accountable, or just like start creating and making things. Like, you know, our previous challenge was like trying to hit, you know, who could hit more steps. Honestly, I don't know who won out of the entire thing. We didn't really have like a deadline. We just kind of like fizzled out a little bit, but he sometimes sends me his steps. For me, I stopped caring about the steps because it's so cold outside. I'm not walking out there. But you know, but I've been going to the gym more, so I'm like, okay, like my goal was just to have more movement. For him, it was a matter of like increasing his steps. So, you know, that challenge, I would say it's fair to say it ended, but he sends me his steps here and there, and I'll send him mine. But then mine's is a joke because now that I work from home, I'm like, it's in the hundreds and his is like in the thousands. And like when it's nice to hear when we're talking on the phone that like he's like, oh, I'm going out for a walk. I'm like, oh yay. That was the whole point of the challenge, just to get you moving and stuff. But for this one, it was nice to see like how consistent he was and how much of like an accountability buddy he was. So it's just like, okay, like it'd be nice to do another challenge, and I thought making videos would be a next best thing. And like I thought like maybe we had to like bet on something just to make it more interesting, more engaging, but we didn't have to. Thankfully we test piloted it and we just kept going from there, of just like it was just more accountability rather than like competition. So I was like, oh, that's perfect, that's perfect, because I didn't know what we were gonna bet on. At least that like we like gave care about. It would have to be like a shit ton of money if it was, you know, long money. But I will proceed with day and tickets and emails and messages and video calls. Yeah, see you later.